It's a clash of the Kellys today. Kelly Rae Finley, interim head coach in her 5th season on staff. First year as the interim, 15-6 with that interim tag. And she has led what has been one of the best surprises in the SEC at 5-3 right now, tied for 4th in the league. As we are underway, as Tamari Key wins the opening tip. A blue out today, as would be expected here in Gainesville with the Big Orange in town. Tennessee 19-2, 8-1 in the SEC, tied for the top spot. As Horston tees it up and splashes it down to start. What a season for Jordan Horston. 5 of her last 7 games with double-doubles. Take a look at the starting 5 for the Gators. This is their 6th straight game with this starting 5 since their star scorer Lavender Briggs transferred out. It's been Zippy Broughton who's entered into the starting 5. Kelly Rae Finley and the Gators coming off what was a 62-50 loss to the #1 team in the country on their home floor. And what did them in was a first quarter where they could just not score. As this is swatted away by Horston out of play, but the Gators had a first quarter, Brittany, where they were outscored 19-3 and just 1 of 19 from the floor.
You can see in this defensive play, Tennessee, they are just so big. What a block inside. Coming from the backside to help, caught it in the air, threw it to the next level. But as a Florida, they have to continue to attack, do some ball fakes. You can't be afraid to drive to the basket, even when they are bigger. You just gotta be smart with your drives.
Had the nation's top shot blocker in Tamari Key in the center of the lane as Duke couldn't make the catch, goes out. Tennessee comes in 4th nationally in blocks per game. There you see Tamari Key, who has 80 this season, is on pace to be the top shot blocker in Tennessee history. Their starting 5, getting Rae Burrell back. This is her 4th straight game. She came back to the start of SEC play, missed 12 games this year with an injury, and that is a key piece for the Lady Vols as Burrell lost it. Good defense from Ricards.
You talk about a key piece. They are glad to have her back, getting her back in that lineup. She brings so much to this team, averaging about 10 points per game, but it's more than that. Just the aggressive style that she drives to the basket and plays with really helps them offensively.
And Burrell averaging 14 points per game in the last 3 as a starter. Here's Zippy Broughton, the Rutgers transfer. Duke will pull up. Knocks it down, right over Tamari Key.
I was saying, that's a smart decision for Florida. If he's going to play off you, your bigs have to be able to shoot it from the free throw line and extend it out to stretch this Tennessee defense. You've got to pull the bigs out of the paint some.
Well, Brittany, considering the start on Sunday, that a collective exhale for the Gators after they went scoreless for the bulk of the first quarter against the #1 team. Another turnover for the Lady Vols. Now Broughton guns the gas. Got caught underneath. Smith, wide open look. Money.
And Kyle, those are looks Florida's going to have to hit. When Tennessee's out of rotation like that and Florida gets a shot, an attempt like that, they've got to knock it down. And who better than that than Kiki Smith? She knows the importance of this game. Florida, we talked about in the open, sitting at 4th right now in the SEC. They want to continue that to rise up, but also stay where they are right now. They don't want to drop down. They really want to get this game.
They're fighting for that double bye in the SEC. At a 5-game losing streak snapped against South Carolina. Ricards picks the pocket of Burrell. Has the bucket on the other end.
And this is the start that Florida wanted. They really want to come out here strong, dictate to Tennessee, this is how we're going to be playing. We're not afraid of the Tennessee on the jersey. A lot of times a foul across the middle, real aggressive. You can see Florida real aggressive defensively. But a lot of times what Tennessee brings is that name across the jersey. You can see Nina Ricards playing the passing lane, getting in Burrell, not letting her be comfortable. And that's what Florida has to do. They've got to let Tennessee not become comfortable offensively.
And Brittany, the Gators come in 3rd in the league in steals per game, just over 9 a game. Forced South Carolina into 21 turnovers, their 2nd highest total for the #1 team in the country.
And that says a lot. That speaks a lot about Florida's defense and the way that they can pick it up defensively and turn defense into offense.
Backside, Merritt swipes it free of Key. Gators, this is what they want to do. They want to run. Smith got hacked. Can't lay it in, but we'll get 2.
And one of the things that they want to do, you talk about, is run. They want to run because you don't want to allow Tennessee to set up defensively, because that's when they sit in their man-to-man, or they sit in their zone. They are big, they are long, they are lengthy, and they are athletic. So you want to get them in transition. Backside help, great help by Jordan Merritt, read it perfectly. And then Kiki Smith pushes the ball in transition, and she is real quick when she has the ball.
Talking to Kelly Harper last night, she had said about this Florida team, she thought this team was really good last year. Of course, the Lavender Briggs injury last season changed things, but she thought this was a good team last year. She thinks this is the most improved team in the SEC.
And they're definitely making a statement for that. That's for sure. I mean, they're coming in and they're making games that people might think they weren't going to be close games, winning those games, those top 25 games. They are competing at the highest level and saying, hey, this isn't some fluke. We're here and we're here to stay.
Tennessee was ranked as high as 4 this year, dropped to 7 after a loss to Auburn as Burrell floats one up and in. Tough shot for Ray Burrell.
Through some contact, Burrell shows her strength getting to the basket.
Kelly Harper wanting a double dribble on Zippy Broughton. Animated already on that far sideline. You can see she's pacing at the top of your screen.
She knows the threat that Florida can be. And when they start playing like this, their pick and roll, they're a real threat. And that's what Florida's establishing right now.
And Brittany, how many points did the Gators leave on the floor in the first quarter off pick and roll? Says Broughton takes it away again, strides to the cup. More defense into offense for the orange and blue.
And what a start for Florida. Right now, they have as many points in the first quarter as they did in the South Carolina. So they came and they said, hey, we're going to make a difference. We're not going to do what we did against South Carolina. We're coming and we are going to start off with heavy defensive pressure and score the basketball.
Yeah, match their first half point total as Horston travels and this crowd getting into it early. Back to that defensive play.
Florida steals active hands on ball defense. Who other than Kiki Smith gets the tip, and then Zippy Broughton. The combination that Florida has with Zippy Broughton and Kiki Smith, when they can pressure up like that, they're both very quick, very good defenders, and they can make you feel uncomfortable, and that's exactly what they want to do against this Tennessee team.
And Brittany, in this 19-2 start, Tennessee has had the propensity to turn the ball over as they average south of 18 turnovers a game. That's last in the league. Already 6 turnovers to start. Gators on a 13-2 run. After Horston had the opening 3 of the game as Rimdahl has come in. Ricards slices through and got fouled by Brooklyn Miles.
That's good patience for Florida. They didn't like what they had first. Rimdahl is in the game, a big-time three-point threat for this Florida team. She can shoot from really deep. And she's had a couple games with 5 threes in each of them, back-to-back games with 5 threes. So Tennessee knows that. Putting her on the floor for Florida is stretching this Tennessee defense out because they cannot help off on her side.
And it brings the Gators to a comfortable place, which hasn't been a comfortable place in years past, but they're the best free throw percentage unit in the SEC at 73%. When's the last time you could say that about a Gator team?
That's about putting in work and the confidence, stepping to the line and knocking down shots, but it's about just muscle memory, getting in the gym and making it a priority to practice your free throws.
Tennessee coming off of an overtime victory at home against Arkansas as Walker can't finish at the cup. Alexis Dye. And the guard, Kiki Smith, out of the fray to corral. Merritt says, why not? Left it short. And Jordan Walker, the veteran guard, the transfer from Western Michigan, brings it across. Alexis Dye got hacked and won.
That's a great take. Left-hand drive. Dye takes it to the basket. She was given just an inch, and she's going to go ahead and drive all the way in for that.
Snaps at a 6-0 Gator run. Grander's scheme was a 15-2 Gator run, and the Gators with an 8-point lead. Florida's come to play, but it's Dye a chance to complete a 3-point play when we return. This is a team as well that they've gone through the gauntlet of the SEC to start. Already had as well a strong strength of schedule, Brittany, in the non-conference. 5 ranked wins for this team, so they've played tough opponents and they've been up to the challenge throughout. And Kelly Harper, give her credit, in her 3rd season, she already has Tennessee at that standard that they've become accustomed to for so many years under Pat Summitt.
She has definitely brought them back to what Tennessee is known for.
Manu Del Rivera comes in, lost the dribble, and able to reset. Shot clock waning down. Rimdahl, the one-legged floater. Coming in for Tennessee, Tess Darby's on for the first time, a 3-point threat, shooting it at 42% clip from deep in SEC play. They give it to Dye, says why not? Grad transfer from Troy. Ricard slams on the brakes. Smith met by the tall Horston, roof scraping floater. Right now, no Tamari Key, the shot blocking specialist for the Lady Vols on the floor. Horston, tough look. Gets batted out. We'll see who the last to touch will be Tennessee basketball.
And Kyle, both teams looking to attack the basket right now. They're looking to get into the paint and finish.
Tennessee winners 10 of their last 11, the lone loss in that stretch to the Auburn Tigers, which was a head-scratching game. It took a while for this team, according to Kelly Harper, to get over that game. They thought that they wanted to just get back on the court and play right away. As Tamari Key able to score underneath.
Just the presence that Key brings to this Tennessee team, or to any team, just her size and her stature down low, and the way that she can finish and really bury defenders down low to get the position that she wants.
That possession trying to test Key, and now they'll talk to whose possession it is. Originally it was Tennessee. That gets overturned to Florida.
And Key defensively for Tennessee makes a big difference, because as a guard, you know you have a shot blocker in your back pocket. So if a guard gets by you, you have that big-time help side defense.
4 blocks per game in SEC games this year for Key. Broughton off the curl. Ricard, they'll call her for a foul, trying to race with Tess Darby.
Yeah. Good defense on the backside, good box out. Nina Ricard's trying to reach around, gets caught with a little hand behind the defender.
Also on the floor, Sarah Puckett, number 1 in orange for Tennessee, coming off her first career double-double in that 3-point overtime win against Arkansas. Tess Darby at 3. She's locked and loaded in SEC play from deep.
She has taken the most on her team, 81 up until this game. She was 29 of 81, now sitting at 30. She is a 3-point threat, and Florida's going to have to be a little bit closer to her defensively.
Just thrust it into the starting lineup when Ray Burrell was out with injury in the non-conference. Smith patiently probes, will find Broughton. Duke, the hesitation step, and probably should have taken the jumper.
I was going to say, she should have taken that first shot. Defender was back a couple feet, tried to get her in the air, but when you put it on the ground, it's a threat for a steal.
Sarah Puckett can't connect. Few strides beyond the arc that time. We'll get a timeout. 30-second timeout for the Gators. Here with 2:17 for the quarter. Tennessee on a 7-0 run, and Brittany, a great response out of that first media timeout.
A great response by Tennessee. They attacked. I think that was a mindset that they wanted to do. They wanted to get to the rim, and now Tennessee is going to try to do the same thing out of this timeout.
We'll take a look at the big orange overview. Right now tied for first in the SEC with top-ranked South Carolina. One of their losses came in non-conference to number 3 Stanford, but that Auburn loss certainly sent shockwaves throughout the league. But, you know, we talked to Kelly Harper last night and mentioned the fact that in this league, it's not really a surprise to the players and coaches when things like that happen. You go back to Missouri and South Carolina when South Carolina lost to only a Missouri team with 8 active players.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not the first time it's happened in SEC play this season, because once you step into SEC play, it is tough game in and game out, and you're going to get everybody's best. So you have to be ready for it.
Sippy Broughton wraps one around for Faye Duke, able to score. Tennessee bench is fired up again. Not sure if they wanted to carry, kind of a carrying motion as Broughton able to steal it away from Walker. How active is Zippy Broughton?
How active. She is so good one-on-one defender. What a pickup. What a transfer pickup for Florida. She is an SEC elite guard.
Broughton the assist, the steal, and then the bucket. Horston flies by Smith, stops on a dime. She's so talented, Jordan Horston. 9th in the league in scoring, over 16 a game. Smith now turns the corner. They'll call a foul here on Horston.
And she knew it right away, kind of slaps her hand. Kiki drive to the basket. She's a strong left-hand driver, and she had that first step. They had to foul, or it was going to be probably a layup made. But that's something that Florida does with Kiki. She is an aggressive driver, and she's not afraid to go in. How many jerseys just went to her? 3 Tennessee jerseys, because they know the threat that she is on a drive to the basket.
She had a funny line in the preseason, did Kiki Smith, when talking about just her skill set. You know, everybody knows that she's going to drive left. She says, well, until somebody stops me, I'm still going to do it.
She's got a right hand, but she's a left-handed player, and so she looks to drive that way, and she is so good at it. And if you don't stop her, I mean, why not? Keep going.
I think it's time to put her in the conversation as one of the best guards in the SEC. She's played to that type of level.
I mean, just talk about what she's doing against ranked teams. In the last 6 games, she's averaging almost 22 points per game. She's rebounding on 47% shooting, so it's good shots that she's putting up.
Broughton extra fine for Merritt. Broughton tees it up. Money.
Let's talk about Zippy Broughton a little bit more. The offense that she is providing for this Florida team. I mean, defense to offense, offense straight away. Wow, she's come to play for sure.
Already 7 points. She's been in double figures in 5 of her last 6 games since she became a starter.
She has 4 assists.
Rebound underneath, cleaned up by Emily Saunders.
Ever since Zippy Broughton started that Texas A&M game for Florida, she has been a different player, a difference maker for this Florida team.
Early minutes for Emily Saunders averages about 5 minutes per game. Go inside to Leah White, tough lefty hook.
The freshman with confidence going against the bigs of Tennessee and finishing.
Tennessee trying to find an answer. Shot clock's unplugged. Tough off-balance floater from Sarah Puckett.
She's a great freshman.
Both offenses revved up, Brittany, to start. Gators 64%, Tennessee 53%. Final 3 seconds. Smith with 2, Merritt with 1. No. And that will do it for an offensively powered first quarter. Gators 25 points, a far cry from a 3-point first quarter against South Carolina on Sunday. Hold a 7-point lead over the number 7 team in the land here from Gainesville. Gators a long cry from that 3-point first against South Carolina. 9 of 14 to start, up 7 on the 7th ranked team in the country in Tennessee. Meanwhile, for the Gators, Jariah Warren, the freshman, has come in. We've seen some young faces on both sides. Christina Moore also in. Little step back over Key. Goes over the backboard.
Those are the type of moves you have to make against such a long Tennessee team. They've got high hands, 6'7", even higher when the hands are up.
Coach Harper said last night, we don't force a lot of turnovers, and that's evident in the numbers. What they do is they force you into tough shots.
Yes, and that's what that is. You have to create shots that you're not used to making. You're taking a step back, fadeaway shot when you're used to just rising straight up and above, because players haven't been as tall as Tennessee is in every position.
Tennessee turns it over again. With defense from Jariah Warren, the freshman, already some impact minutes here in the second.
Florida patient offensively. That's something that has been doing well for them in the first quarter. Not letting Tennessee's defense dictate to them the shots that they're going to take.
More around a screen inside, Leah White.
Great positioning, just unable to finish. But the freshman getting low inside that charge circle area, catches the ball, just can't finish over the taller Key.
And Brittany, I'm sure you'd agree with this, but what makes Tennessee such a different team than most is their length on the perimeter and how they get in passing lanes so far out from the rim.
And they can get so far out, we touched upon it earlier, because they are so big inside. So you can play aggressive.
Meanwhile, Warren picks the pocket of Miles, the freshman, for 2.
A freshman making some names for herself, played big minutes against South Carolina, had 5 points, came in, hit a big 3. And now early in this game, making a defensive stance and saying, hey, making the most of every minute that I'm going to get on the court.
Good look from Brooklyn Miles. It's Dye underneath. Former Sun Belt Player of the Year at Troy. That was a season ago. Led the country in double-doubles last year with 23. Ball spits into the backcourt and rescued by Warren. Issue for Tennessee to start, 9 turnovers. They've shot it at a 56% clip. Smith, the hezzy, and we'll get a charge.
An offensive arm.
Offensive foul.
You don't see that often from Kiki. She drives aggressively, but the charge off arm, you don't see very often.
You see quickly Kelly Rae Finley calling over her star point guard.
The relationship that they have is so special. You have to have a special relationship with your point guard because that's really your leader out on the court, and Kiki's so good at being that leader.
Smith almost took it away again. Miles knifes in. Dye underneath again. Key tall over the bodies. Still can't finish. Another try stripped away, and somehow Warren comes away with it out of the fray. Smith threads a bounce for an in-stride, records, and one.
What a pass through the defense. Kiki Smith's court vision is amazing. A one-handed pass through the defenders, and then the finish by Nina Ricards on the reverse. That's some pretty basketball.
It's an old baseball phrase, Brittany, but that ball had eyes.
I mean, threading the needle right through the heart of the Tennessee defense in transition, and then Nina Ricards aware enough to go around the defender, knowing that they were coming across to try to block that shot. What a momentum play for Florida.
Cards, native of Queens, New York. And so we'll get a timeout from Tennessee. Outstanding start, outstanding crowd here inside Exactech Arena. Gators up 10 here in the first half.
That's not going to happen again. 9 of 14, 64%. That's a far cry from the 5% against South Carolina. And what does that do to? Florida has 17 points off 9 Tennessee turnovers. Tennessee, no points off turnovers.
Again, that's been the big issue for them this year. Last in the SEC in turnovers per game. Dye can't finish at the bucket, scooped up by Broughton. A 3-on-3. Right now for the Gators, no Kiki Smith. Broughton off the curl, buries it.
I mean, hot hand right now. Zippy Broughton is playing with a lot of confidence.
Best game this year came against Texas A&M, what was a 19-point second-half comeback. She had 28 that day. That was a career high.
And right now, what you're seeing, again, from this Florida team is belief. They believe in each other, and they believe that they can win this game, and that's correlating onto the court, and that comes from the head coach down. And this Florida team is really in their top 25 wins. They believe in each other, and they believe in what they can do.
Alexis Dye had the answer. Tennessee try to fight back in this game. They've had 18 comeback wins this year.
I was going to say, they know what to do when they're down. They know how to come back, so Florida's got to be ready for that because Tennessee, you know, they're 7th in the nation. They are a very good basketball team, and they're going to go on a run. It's going to be what is your response as the Gators when Tennessee goes on that run.
Tennessee trailed Arkansas in the third quarter, Brittany, by 13 points.
They can
Tennessee
score.
Taking charge in the fourth and in overtime.
Tennessee can score quick.
Taylor Vede rescues it as Smith is back in. Shot clock down to 5. Smith now with 2. She'll have to hoist.
But
Tolder's the rebound.
The shot that you wanted if you're Florida, it hit the rim, it came off reboundable. Your big got it. Now you get a reset and another look.
Little heat check from Zippy Broughton. And Horston, the good box out. Hop step all the way through off the glass, but a charge.
And what a good take. A nice take in, but who takes that? Manu. Manu is a player for Florida that takes almost all the charges. Her and Christina Moore. You see the drive in, the hop step. She's outside the charge circle. What a great read. She just reads it defensively. And there's something about people who know how to take charges. You slide over in enough time to not get the block. That's a strong take by Horston.
Coach Finley said it in the preseason. One thing is certain, that Manu's going to lead this team in charges when it's all said and done.
And charges taken.
Yes. Thanks for clearing that up.
A little bit. It's the mindset she plays defensively. She can read defense as well and knows where to be to take that charge and to time it. Great rebound by Burrell.
Ricard is a 5'9" guard with the rebound. Tennessee just one of their last 7 from the floor. Big Orange plus 6 on the boards to begin this game. Smith turns the corner right to Tamari Key. Manu playing volleyball, able to save it. Broughton, a 3.
Cooling down a little bit right now. Mississippi missed the last two, but she's a player who she's still going to take those shots, and Florida needs her to.
Tennessee searching for answers.
Florida. That's just a missed catch. Florida wasn't even pressured up. Burrell just tried to go somewhere before she caught the ball, knowing Kiki Smith was there on the catch.
Coming in is Tess Darby.
As well as the sharpshooter for Florida in Rimdahl.
Berthe Rimdahl, 11 of 14 in her previous 4 games. Had back-to-back games earlier this year with 5 3-point makes on the road at Alabama and at Kentucky.
Earned her National Freshman of the Year as well as SEC Freshman of the Year.
Of the week.
Of the week, not the year, sorry. She's going for the year.
Duke underneath, can't lay it in.
She would like to get of the year, but you got to start with of the week.
Got to start, build up the weeks,
You got to build up the weeks to get the year.
Tennessee trying to cut this to within 10. Walker.
Great box out by Faith Dude on key. Puts her body in her, doesn't foul, but doesn't allow her to reach over her back to get a rebound. Solid box out. She doesn't get the rebound, but her teammate does, and that's what you're going to have to do against Key. You might not get the rebound if you're boxing her out, but your teammate might.
Smith can't finish.
That's going to be a foul.
And Deolivete over the top.
That's a good box out on the opposite end by Tennessee. Tennessee was in there. Walker boxing out Manu, and an easy over the back call for the referee. You can see just the box out pushing over the back. She goes trying to tip it out.
It's a second volleyball spike from Manu. Not sure if she played volleyball back in Brazil at some point.
Volleyball's big in Brazil.
Yeah. Of course, Manu did not play with the Gators last year, was stuck in Brazil due to the pandemic. So didn't come back and join the team until June of this past year. As we'll get a foul. Kaya Wynn coming in. So Kelly Harper's putting in some players right now. I think maybe sending a little bit of a message. Kaya Wynn averages 8 minutes per game, has played in 17 games this year, but seen some early minutes here in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little bit of a message and a little bit of a, I'm trying to find some offense right now. Trying to find a way to get points on the board, and they're sneaking back in a 10-point game right now. Florida would like to keep it a 10-point game going into half, but there's a lot of basketball left in this second quarter.
Kaya Wynn to the line, the native of Richmond, Texas. Tennessee, the first top 16 bracket reveal came out, and Tennessee was 4th overall. So, prior to obviously this week of games, Arkansas, they wore the 4th overall seed, so the last number 1 seed, I should say, in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, with the way that the SEC is playing right now, I would not be shocked that they get quite a few teams into the NCAA tournament this year.
Especially add Florida and
Ole Miss, Florida,
LSU back to prominence.
The surprises of the SEC. What a great read offensively. But the SEC would like to put in 8, 9 teams if they can.
I think it's certainly trending that way.
Absolutely. And look at the quality of the games you're getting right now. Florida plays South Carolina, only loses by 12. Right now, Florida's up on the number 7 team in the nation, 34-22. You're getting quality, high-quality basketball.
It's been a struggle in this quarter for Tennessee. Rimdahl gives it up.
They'd like to see her shoot that ball.
Brittany, Tennessee just 2 of 10 in this quarter. Moore got knocked down. This will be a foul on Wynn. Let's go back to that backdoor feed, the freshman big underneath for the veteran guard, Kiki Smith.
Threading the needle in big. Instead of a guard to a post, it's a post player to a guard, keeping the ball high. And what do? They pull Key. Florida pulls Key out of the paint. So they put their big on the free throw line. And she has the ball, so you can't stand all the way in the bottom. And they run Kiki Smith off the backside. That's a good pass by the freshman, but a smart play by Florida to get the big, not by the paint where she can block that shot.
Ricards. Broughton now with 3. Ricards has to hoist with 1. They were telling Darby to step up because Ricards only had 1 option with 1 to shoot.
She only had 1 option, and she was a little bit late on realizing the shot clock. And right here, Florida late on rotation, giving up an open three, battling down low, but they're just going to stay here. But the freshman, if you're Florida, you got to like the freshman battle down low against, a very talented Key.
Tamari Key had a triple-double against the Gators last year. 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 blocks.
And they're trying to not let that happen tonight. Only with 2 points right now and 4 rebounds, and that's a team effort. Faith Duke might not have a lot of rebounds, but she's doing a great job boxing her out and trying to put a body on her.
After that made free throw, just now 5 points for Tennessee in this quarter, 7 and change in. Tamari Key earlier this year had a triple-double against ranked Texas. As this goes into the backcourt, will be a turnover.
Yeah, it's going to be an errant pass. That's something that Florida's going to want to get back. No pressure on it. You want to contain those turnovers if you're Florida. If you're going to have a turnover, you don't want it to be one that you slip in the court. The one plus to it is you can get back on defense. You don't want one of those open court turnovers where it's just a transition momentum play for Tennessee. At least that's one where you can set up your defense.
Darby has one already. Give her another.
Florida's going to have to close out on her. Don't give her a step because she's letting it fly. 2 for 2 from the three-point line right now.
Much needed bucket in this quarter.
That was very needed by Tennessee. She's a sharpshooter.
Gators crashing the glass after being out-rebounded by 28 against South Carolina. Right now, -7 on the glass. Gators trying to get Broughton or Smith back door, but it's Smith. Rebound again, Zippy. Broughton got it swatted away by Burrell. A tie-up, alternate arrow goes to Tennessee, and we have some extracurriculars.
Yeah, it looks like some arms were flying.
Jump ball, Tennessee basketball.
You can see Tennessee getting a little bit frustrated. I mean, I don't think they, we're expecting, I think, Florida to be this aggressive offensively, and they are. Zippy Broughton with a great rebound on the backside. She gets it up. She can't finish. Good block by Tennessee. And then just fighting for the ball down low.
It's just a classic basketball kind of back and forth in a tie-up.
Yeah. And this is why Burrell's a little bit frustrated right now, is the pressure that Florida is putting on her and her teammates.
Smith able to cash in.
I mean, Florida said, hey, we're focusing on defense. We are going to pressure these guards. They don't want the pressure, and Florida's giving them a lot of pressure, and Tennessee's going to have to go to this halftime and figure it out a little bit.
19 points off turnovers for Florida as Puckett rips the net.
The freshman answering for Tennessee. Big buckets. They like what they're getting from Puckett.
Puckett with 4, Darby with 6. Right now, Horston with 5. Smith, corner 3. Gators again flag it down with Rindall. Duke the fend off.
And Florida might would have liked to have the ball a little bit longer, run a little bit more clock to not let Tennessee get such a good look at a last-second shot.
A chance to hold for the final shot here. Final 10 seconds of the half. Walker goes to work. Slices in, swatted out by Moore, and Broughton will hold and bring this game to half. The Gators in outstanding first half, up 7 on the number 7 team in the country, which coming in 2016 in Knoxville. The last time they won in this building against Big Orange, you have to go back to 2009. Back underway, Gators have it to start. Smith attacks early off the window.
And Kiki Smith for Florida knows how important this game is. She's a grad student here playing. It's her last time here to put on a Florida jersey. The last time she'll get to play Florida on her home court. She knows how important it is.
They call the travel on Jordan Walker. This is the swan song season for Kiki Smith, originally committed to Syracuse. Went through a couple of knee injuries in her high school career.
And as a player, when you get down to the second half of your senior season or your last season that you're going to be playing for your university, you start thinking this is the last time. The last time I'm going to get this opportunity to play against this team, or to be at this stadium, or to be at this arena. What a step back! Woo!
That was clean
That
from
was
Kiki.
clean. That was smooth. And so everything. It meant a lot. It means just a tad bit more. And that's what basketball is all about, and what it brings in just the sport of the game.
Smith, first 4 points out of the locker room. Horston can't silence the crowd. Key got tied up.
Could have been up and down. She never let go of the ball. Good battle down low by Tennessee.
Alexis Dye finally cleans it up. See the shooting numbers. Gators 46% in this game. Tennessee at 42%. Broughton is trying to find a teammate, able to get it to Ricards. Ricards knifing through.
Pass.
Duke can't finish, reminiscent of the first quarter against South Carolina.
But what a pass by Nina Ricards. Florida's bigs got to finish that around the bucket.
Gators have had 7 assists in this game. Walker steps back. Key the offensive rebound. 10th offensive board for Tennessee. Horston, quick load up. Left it well short.
And Horston visibly, a little bit frustrated, I think, right now with the way that she's playing, as well as her team, knowing that, more is expected of her, but she is such a great player. You have to be ready for her at all times when you are defending her.
Took 27 shots against Arkansas. That was a season high. Played off 40 minutes in that game. She's 2 of 6 in this one. Broughton, top of the key. Leah
Great
Weiss
rebound.
got fouled.
Gets it at the high point, positions herself in, doesn't get pushed back. Tennessee is there, but doesn't put a body on her to push it back. And she's a workhorse on the rebounding front for Florida. The freshman coming in really puts a lot of hard work in rebounding and values it. She knows that she's to come in this game and rebound the basketball, to be physical down low. They don't expect her, right now they would like it to come out and put 20 points up, but that's not really what it's expected. It's battling down low and getting rebounds.
Gators turn it over as Broughton can't connect with Smith. Horston slithers through.
Big rebounds right now on the second shot opportunities for Tennessee. That's a good no call in transition. Tennessee trying to take that charge. The guard standing on the foul line, because the bigs usually are in the middle of the floor. So they tried to take that charge. I like the no call by the referee. And Florida missed a mismatch. Walker was on Weish.
Smith downhill. Weish.
Gotta be careful here. Only 3 seconds left.
Only 1 to shoot. Rebound Horston. You get the sense Jordan Horston, this is her time to get going here in the third.
That's what I was about to say. She's taken the last couple shots. They haven't fallen, but she's taken the first shot offensively for Tennessee, I believe, the last 3 or 4 possessions.
And also Ray Burrell, just her second bucket of the game on just her 3rd attempt.
Yeah, Florida's defense has been stifling on her, and she's frustrated with the way that they are playing her defensively.
She's been in double figures, averaging double figures as a starter. They started the previous 3 games, 4th straight start tonight. Broughton to hesitation, shovel off Weish. Contorts, got fouled by Key.
And that's what you got to do. You got to be not afraid to go into Key, not afraid that you're going to get blocked. Use your body contact, and Weish is very physical for Florida down low.
And for the Gators, they have not been scared to attack Tamari Key.
And you can't be that. You can't win against Tennessee and be afraid to go inside against her. You've got to be able to battle from the post position to the guard position. You want to be smart with your shot selection, but you can't be afraid.
Leah Weish at the line, native of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Went to American Heritage High School, won 4 straight state championships. Misses both. Burrell and Horston still in, along with Key, Puckett, and Walker.
Free throws could become key in this game, Kyle.
Ricards, loose ball, able to vacuum that one in, surrounded by orange jerseys. They call a foul.
Tennessee getting aggressive defensively. They know they don't want to wait till the fourth quarter.
That's the third on Jordan Horston, Brittany, so Horston's going to have to come out. What's been a frustrating night for her.
Visibly frustrated right now.
You just sense it.
And right now, if you're Florida, you want to see that and you want to take advantage of that. Or as a player, when you see that and then you put one of the best players in the nation on the bench with 3 fouls with 6 minutes left in the third quarter, you have to take advantage.
Leah Weish hits the jumper. Freshman extending the range. It's up to 9. Tennessee just one of their last 7. 2 of 10 out of the locker room. Key.
Good defense by the freshman. Florida's getting valuable minutes by Weish.
Warren in transit. Ricards, look what I found.
I don't think that was to Nina Ricard, but it's a good thing that she took it for Florida because that pass was not making it to the backside post player.
A lot of energy from Gator Nation in this building today. Sarah Puckett unwatched, just going coast to coast.
Someone's got to pick up the ball.
Meanwhile, Brooklyn Miles almost snatched it away.
And Miles getting aggressive. They're putting some pressure up. Coach Harper saying, hey, we got to pressure up a little bit more. Holding up a red sign.
Yeah.
Making sure everybody saw it.
Rimdahl is in, Smith comes out, so this is a key part of the game for Tennessee. Gators' best player on the bench. Backdoor heave in traffic, Warren can't corral it. Gators, who have been on the positive side of the turnovers, that their 6th. Warren the fend off. That was a tough shot for Ray Burrell.
Very tough.
Gators, their lead up to 9. They've led for north of 23 minutes in this game. Sometimes you just got to get lucky. In that case, for the Queens, New York native. A couple minutes before the media timeout, heading to the bench. She's 5th in the SEC in total minutes.
And that's a smart sub out by Florida and their coaching staff, saying, hey, we're going to get you a couple minutes because we know it's going to a media soon.
Puckett checks her feet. Ricards flags it down.
Nina Ricards, a rebounder for this Florida team at the guard position, reads it so well off the rim.
Ricards already her 4th rebound at that 5'9" stature. Manu, comfortable range.
And Tennessee in a zone, the top of the key open. Florida makes them pay. A great read on the backside. All heads were turned. Manu stuck in there, snuck in there, and then stuck the shot.
Brooklyn Miles steamrolls in. We'll get 2 shots.
And this is a learning moment for Florida's freshman. You stand there, and she runs into you, it's a charge. You moved your back feet, you allowed the offense to move you back and push you back, it's going to be a block. But if she just stood there, most likely that's going to be a charge.
Number 0, Brooklyn Miles. She'll shoot 2 shots.
Former Kentucky Gatorade Player of the Year is Brooklyn Miles. There you see Faith Duke coming back in. It's averaged about 18 minutes in SEC play. There's Kelly Ray Finley, and another big win. You start to talk about her and the SEC Coach of the Year type status.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, she has earned that look, as well as, you know, even getting it because of what she has done with this program and how well they are playing together. I mean, look at it right now, up on the number 7 team in the nation.
And Ricards, another bucket. Up 13, Nina Ricards now in double figures with 11.
Now, if you're Florida, it's how do you play with a lead against a very talented Tennessee team?
Burrell just searching, sweeps through. Can't seem to buy a bucket tonight. Frustration continues for Tennessee in this quarter. Ricards in on Key. They'll call the block. And frustration overall settling in, and you can sense Florida's running with the momentum that they have in this game.
And they want to run with it. Right now, Tennessee is backing up on their heels. Florida has to be that aggressor attacker attacking offensively and attacking defensively.
Well, look at this series history, Brittany. 54-4 in favor of Tennessee. Of course, a lot of those losses coming to the Great Pat Summit. One of those wins, Brittany, you were there in Knoxville.
I can say
had a career high that day, right?
Yeah, part of one of those 4, and it's a special place to play in against Tennessee. But to win on the road there, very, very special. This is a talented and just historically great Tennessee program.
Most wins from any Division I women's basketball program as the frustration gets to a boiling point. This is another foul on Tamari Key. That's going to be her 4th.
And you see just frustration all around by Tennessee. And again, if you're Florida, and like you said, having been in this position, you have to take advantage. And it's just what you have to do against any great team that you're playing. But especially now, when you see the head down, you have got to attack, and continue to play your game.
Right now for Kelly Harper, her essentially you could call the big 3 is on the bench, and Key, Horson, and Burrell all on the bench right now.
Florida's got to hit their free throws, Kyle.
That's been an issue for Tennessee tonight, just 2 of 7 from the line. And you see Tamari Key, 4 fouls. We'll see when they elect to bring her back in. She's fouled out twice this year. Now Miles goes to work, the 5'4" guard.
If you're Florida right now, you have to stay with what's been working. Stay to the game plan, your scouting report, and don't allow Tennessee's runs to alter that. And Tennessee getting aggressive in the backcourt, trying to put some pressure on Kiki.
Gators now +9 in turnovers. That's the 15th offensive mishap for the Lady Vols. Ricards dives down, able to save it. Smith, the teardrop.
Oh, just in and out. But what a save by Nina Ricards. Florida knows every possession is important.
Where does Tennessee find offense with this 5?
It might be right here in Dye. I thought that was going to be an offensive foul.
Call a
Lowered
block.
the shoulder. Refs saw it a little bit different. See a replay here on the drive-in by Dye. An aggressive, strong left-handed take. Woo!
She might have been moving a little bit.
Yeah, moving a little bit. Lower shoulder, but
call.
Came in a little bit late. But I think that right now, and Dye, I think, thought it was a charge.
I think she did.
She thought it was a charge because she lowered her shoulder. And that's why the ball went down in that aggressive style. But I think that's where Tennessee and right here in Sarah Puckett are going to find some offense.
Puckett can't find it, down 15. Now Smith lobs it across the lane for fake 2. Florida has a 17-point lead.
And this crowd is enjoying this lead.
Gators making a statement tonight against one of the country's best.
That's a good
Puckett
move.
inside, snaps an 8-0 Gator run.
And Coach Harper talking about just how valuable Puckett is and how good she's going to be in her career. And Florida slowing it down a little bit, using some of the clock.
Ricards, another open look. 5 of 7 tonight for number 15. Back to a game best 17-point lead. Gators shooting near 50% for the game. Tennessee's only allowed opponents to shoot 32% all year as Darby can't connect.
And right now, Florida's staying very composed, offensively and defensively, not getting rattled by made buckets by Tennessee.
This is the nation's best field goal percentage defense. Nailed right on target from 3.
And Florida's saying, hey, we're here. We are here to play, and we want our name in the top of the SEC. That is what they are making a statement of right now. There's a lot of basketball left, but in the third quarter, they're saying, hey, we've come to play.
Miles gets fouled and a chance to silence the crowd here late in the third.
What a big bucket by Jordan Merritt, top of the key, the confidence, the pushback, and then knocking it down. The attack by Kiki Smith allows the defense to focus in on her, so they don't go out to Jordan Merritt, who's shooting very well from the three-point line this year. About 43%. Sorry, I looked down. I was almost saying 66%, but that's her free throw shooting. I was gonna say that's really high.
She'd be playing in the WNBA if that were the case.
Yeah, you're shooting 66% consistently at a high level from the three-point line, and yeah, you're getting drafted high.
All right, Brittany, so after this quarter, what's Kelly Harper saying to her team going into the fourth?
She's going to rattle them and say, hey, what are we doing here? You know, we've got to play. There's one quarter left. There's 10 minutes. Dig deep and find it, and Florida is going to have to play composed to end it out.
And a little bit extra between Miles and Broughton.
You
but
see,
quickly, you know what's funny, Brittany, too, is Zippy Broughton is heavily into meditation, and she's almost gotten into 2 scuffles tonight.
and she's not going to shy away from contact. I mean, she got a little knee to the back, but she wasn't going towards anybody. I think she's riding a lot of adrenaline right now. She's been playing well for Florida. She started off really well, a hot hand, got a little bit cold in the third quarter.
Gators have taken 14 foul shots in this game, have hit 8. Tennessee just 2 of 9 from the line in this game. They've left 7 points at the line. I don't think many in the conference saw this coming.
No.
58-37, Florida with the lead, final minute, third quarter.
It's going to be a fun fourth quarter to see what happens.
Kelly Harper bringing back in Horston, regains her own pass.
Great pass.
Inside for Puckett, falling out of bounds. Walker, the pull-up over Merritt, sticks it.
Good offensive segment for Tennessee. Horston loses the ball almost, but a great pass down low. Rotates Florida's defense enough to get an open look.
Gators have outscored Tennessee 22-10 in this third. Merritt circles inside, swatted away by Puckett, and do they call a foul?
I think at the basket, driving in. There was some contact, but you got to play through it. The whistle comes a little bit late.
It was on Sarah Puckett of Tennessee. Gators have been in the bonus, so we'll get free throws here.
And you can see on Tennessee's face, they didn't expect to be in this position right now.
It's a late whistle, too, leading to free throws. Yeah, and they look, Brittany, really shell-shocked at this result. This is a team that had to learn from that loss at Auburn.
But you spoke about it. They came back down from, 13 in the fourth against Arkansas. So they are capable of coming back. And Florida is in a place here where they can't be afraid to win the game. They've got to play to win, not to lose going into the fourth quarter, Kyle. And there's a difference.
Hamstrung going into the fourth. Tamari Key, their top shot blocker, with 4 fouls, had to sit out the latter half of this third quarter. Shot clock's unplugged, final 7 to go. Walker with 5, and a foul on Zippy Broughton with 5.2.
And coming into the fourth, I think it's going to be for Florida to play defense and get stops without fouling. That's a good foul down the lane. Stops the clock if you're going to foul, because she had a clear lane to the basket. But it's going to be about moving your feet, continuing to pressure up this Tennessee team if you're Florida, and then if you're Tennessee, you've got to attack. You've got to get some quick shots off because you're down and coming back into the fourth.
Tennessee now 3 of 10 from the line. Gators could have a good look here. Final 5 seconds. Broughton speeds into front court, lost the dribble. Broughton gets it off in time. Ooh. Goes wide.
A decent look, wide to the left a little bit, but what didn't happen if you're Florida, you didn't turn the ball over for a layup. You kept the possession.
Gators trying to close out the final 10 minutes. Third quarter, there you see the Gators outscoring Tennessee 23-12. Gators, look at the numbers, Brittany.
Yeah, Florida's going to need her to have a double-double to get this win. They would really like that to happen, but look at these numbers. Points off turnovers, 21 points off of turnovers. Tennessee only has 3, and Tennessee has 15 turnovers, 16 right now, and Florida only has 6. Taking care of the basketball right now.
And those 9 steals for the Gators all came in the first half. Meanwhile, Horston just can't grab it, and this is a Tennessee team. They're going to have a quick turnaround on Sunday and play UConn on the road.
And they're jumping into a little bit of a press. You see the half-court press. It's a 2. I didn't see the back of it. Maybe a 2-2-1 or a 2-1-2-2. But they're trying to pressure up, get the ball out of Kiki Smith's hands, and then we saw a little two-person trap at the top of the key when Jordan Merritt caught the ball.
Kelly Harper 2-1 all time against the Gators.
One of the big difference makers, Kyle, we got a stat sheet at this last break. Fast break points for Florida, 20. For Tennessee, 0.
Smith lines it up. You bet!
Oh, with the hand in the face, the confidence that the grad is playing with.
What a season, and it continues for Kiki Smith. Alexis Dye, the prompt response.
Yeah, it's quick shots for Tennessee right now. They know they've got to score quick. They can't run the clock a lot on their offensive sets. On the flip side, Florida can afford to run the clock down some.
Merritt.
That's not a good shot for Florida.
Kind of partially deflected.
Okay, I was looking down at the monitor at the other end, and
Tamari Key with 4 fouls got her shot rejected, getting a taste of her own medicine. Now Smith into the corner. Merritt a 3. Right on target. Another tray for number 12.
And that's a better look for Jordan Merritt right there. Open 3-point shot. You see the smile kind of coming on her face, and Florida's bench erupting.
Gators now 5 made threes. They're 3 of 4 in this half from the arc.
Good hands defensively, the help side by Florida, but Dye, what a pass. Coming in, aware of the defense, sliding over. She's definitely a playmaker. That's a good pickup transfer by Tennessee. And Kelly Harper not happy with something, riding the ref down the sideline.
Ray Burrell getting set to check in. Merritt again open in that zone.
Great look. If 2 are in front of you, you have the numbers offensively. And Coach Harper calling a timeout to yell at a referee right now.
Really in the face of the official. Wow, Jordan Merritt, 9 points in this half. Tennessee is running to a buzzsaw tonight here in Gainesville, led by Jordan Merritt here in the latter half. She's feeling it, as are the Gators.
They needed those threes, and she knocked them down.
For Jordan Merritt, in his second half, 9 of her 11 coming after the locker room. The Gators looking for their highest ranked win since the 2015-16 season when they beat number 6 Florida State. Tess Darby trying to put a halt to that talk.
That's great offense. The drive in by Burrell. Florida gets lost defensively, and they leave open a 3-point shooter.
3 of 4 from deep tonight for Tess Darby.
If you're Florida, you want to try to keep the ball in Kiki Smith's hands as much as you can offensively when when Tennessee is pressuring like that. Let her decide where it's going around to just go through the defense.
The Gators trying to make their adjustments with this extended zone out beyond the 3-point arc.
Tennessee knows they need to turn Florida over, so you have to take chances, and you've got to go and trap. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes you get burned.
Smith off the curl, over Key. Oh, a rainbow floater.
The floater. Kiki Smith not afraid to go in over the 6'6" frame because she's got an arsenal. And one of those in that arsenal is the floater.
Let's scrape the lights as Walker
That's a great
and one.
take. Great strong take by Walker. Against the freshman, had position in. She's a strong player, driving to the basket. Very quick guard. You can see Kiki Smith knows the hand's coming over. I mean, the hand came down, well, high five after the action. Great touch around the basket. I mean, she is an elite guard, Kyle, in every level.
Coming in, 19 points per game in SEC play, 21 per game against ranked teams. She gets better as the competition gets better.
That's not a good pass. That was Jordan Merritt turning and thinking that somebody was there. Tennessee does a great job defensively of closing the gap. Florida's going to have to take care of the basketball, Kyle.
Tennessee cuts it to 16 in a much-needed bucket from Ray Burrell. Still 6 and change to go. Merritt got it.
Better decision. If they're going to come down and they're going to collapse, the pass low down at the block is not there to Weish. Confidence by Jordan Merritt knocking down the shot.
11 after halftime. Key, the bunny at the rim.
Tennessee, who couldn't really score or find a bucket for an extended time in the third quarter, has found a lot here in the fourth.
Oh, Ricard's the magic in Trenton.
Tennessee out of position. They're looking to trap at half.
22 fast break points, none for Tennessee.
What a read by Nina Ricard. Gets Tennessee on her back, and goes up. Florida needs to make Tennessee use some clock offensively.
Burrell extends and one.
You know Tennessee's going to have an attack mentality. They've got to score, and they've got to score quick. So they can't burn a lot of the clock. If you're Florida, you want to make them work for everything they get offensively, just like you did the last 3 quarters. What a take-in. Gets Tennessee on the backside. So if she comes in, that's going to be a foul. Heads-up play by Nina Ricard, the New Yorker.
A season-high 16 points, and Burrell coming alive in this 4th quarter.
She was frustrated the first 3 quarters, but she's a ball player. I mean, she averages 10 points per game and 10 in the SEC. She's an aggressive driver, and she knows how to get to the rim.
Burrell's been in double figures 4 times since coming back from injury.
We were thinking the same thing. I was about to say that.
We've worked enough.
Yeah, right on cue.
Together. It's down to 15. This extended zone. Horston steps in the passing lane. Kiki Smith got
Great
back. Does the
save by
tightrope to
Florida.
keep it in play. No, they blow the whistle.
This half-court zone press is giving Florida a little bit of trouble. Does Tennessee have enough in that to continue to chip away at this lead that Florida has?
Almost makes you wonder, where was it for 3
Yeah,
quarters?
I was thinking that too, but it's one of those where you have to pick and choose where you do it, because if you
Right.
do it too much, you learn how to break it quickly.
Yep.
Right now it's taken Florida. They haven't ran it yet, so Florida's trying to figure out how to break it. They've broke it a couple times on some layups. That top of the key, if you get in the middle of the paint, Jordan Merritt has made them pay.
Lob to the rim. Burrell can't corral it. Smith this time stays in play, doing the tightrope. Revs on the gas. Manu striding through.
And if you're Florida, why you don't want to pull it out. Fast break has been your game. Transition has been your game all night. You're going to want to continue to do that. That's how you win this basketball game.
Here's Zippy zipping ahead. Rindahl.
Oh, this place would have erupted, Kyle.
Walker, the sidestep, will head back to the line.
I mean, erupted had Rindahl knocked that down. And she's a great shooter. They need her to shoot that ball. She's gotten quiet over the past 2 games, but that's because she's earned the respect of the defense.
At the line for the Lady Vols, number 4, Jordan Walker. She'll shoot 2 shots.
1 player in double figures for Tennessee tonight. That's Alexis Dye in 19 minutes with 10. Here's Walker. Transfer from Western Michigan, 54 starts there. A veteran guard. Last 4 is average double figures, shooting at a 46% clip. Struggles continue at the line tonight for Tennessee.
Florida's going to have to be smart with every possession that they get down the stretch. 5 minutes left. Tennessee's picking up their defense, playing in a zone. Giving Florida a different look. Ooh, great pass.
Duke, the pop-a shot and the touch.
Florida making Tennessee move defensively opens up that backside.
Gators have really run some great
Yes, they
offense
have.
all night long.
They really have. From offensive pushes, transition baskets, half-court sets. It's been a well-played and well-coached game for Florida. They just have to figure out how to hold on to this the last 4.5 minutes, and that's going to be a jump ball, Florida ball.
That's a wedgie.
That's what the
We
kids
call it.
Basketball.
Break in the action. Final 4:20.
Look at the scores. It went off the screen, but 4 players in double figures. And in high double figures, you got a 19, a 16, 13.
Whistle stops play.
I think the clock wasn't working.
Yeah, there's only 29 on the shot clock. So more than a second came off. We'll have to adjudicate that, put the right time on the shot clock, make sure the game clock is correct as well. Not sure if the game clock was moving. believe only 2 seconds came off the game clock as well, if my memory serves me
I
correct.
think so. It was 25-20 or 4:22.
Meanwhile, the Gators, Brittany, this would be their highest ranked win since 2015-16. Their 4th ranked win of the year.
Looking at
Take
where
a look.
the clock would be at 20, runs down.
Yeah, just stuck.
Yeah, oh, both clocks stuck. So not even just, sometimes just a shot clock doesn't go off, but yeah. Florida definitely wants the clock to run. Tennessee would like it to stay locked in at 4:20 for a little while.
They put 4:18 on the game, so they take 4 seconds off the game and shot. The Gators will inbound along the sideline. Now they'll put on the headset.
I have a stopwatch over there to.
Yeah. We'll get the officials to talk into the microphone to make sure that they let you know at home exactly what the final review is. Meanwhile, Brittany, just a frustrating night for Tennessee. And what has been an incredible season through 21 games. They've had a couple of road bumps
And
with
you
UConn
see-
looming.
Sorry, they put it on Florida, and coach saying focus. We got to focus and finish. That's what it's going to take. And you have to stay composed, stay confident, but you got to focus and finish. You have to be ready for a Tennessee push here with 4 minutes left. And just stay composed and confident if you are Florida. Clock going down to 4:11.
Ricards. Rimdahl had to
She had to reach
that.
for it. If she didn't have to reach for it, that's a catch and shoot.
Only 2 attempts. Smith will hoist and hit another. 22, her 4th straight game with at least 20 points.
Florida having an answer out of, not a timeout, but an essential timeout. That could go one or two ways, and Florida answers big time.
Could be a dagger. Inside 4 to go. Smith now her 3rd made 3 in 5 attempts. Burrell navigates inside. The scoop shot lips off.
Good defense, strong by Faith Duke. Doesn't allow Tennessee to get a hand in on the defensive rebound. Tennessee, denying Kiki Smith. They do not want her to have the ball. Essentially, right now, face guarding Kiki Smith.
Finally get it in Smith's hands.
And
Ricards, a season-high night.
oh, but nobody guards Manu on the rebound.
Smartly pulls it out.
And even Rimdahl, she could have shot that 3, but knows we got to run some clock down.
Crowd starting to feel it. Smith will head to the line. What a turnaround for this Florida program. A year removed from a 3-win SEC campaign.
And on
They're about to double that tonight,
Yeah,
Brittany.
about to double it, on the brink of beating another top 25 team and a number 7 team in the nation, Tennessee.
And
What
stay
a
in the top
turnaround.
4 of the SEC. Top 4 get a double bye in Nashville in the SEC tournament.
Picked to finish 11th, sitting at 4 right now, about a little over midway through the SEC.
You look at the last 4 years, the finishes for the Gators. Tied for 11th, tied for 12th, tied for 10th, 12th last season.
I mean, Florida making a statement. This isn't a fluke. We're here to stay.
Word's
didn't
getting
just-
out nationally that this team is really good on both ends of the floor.
I mean, just the way that they are frustrating Tennessee. Nina Ricards has been on Burrell all night, frustrating her. Florida being patient offensively, smartly offensively, running that clock down. Having Tennessee move, trying to get good looks at the basket and keeping it in the hands of who other than Kiki Smith.
Just won't
I
be
mean,
denied.
No. Not at all.
Wow.
2 minutes down. Tennessee needs points.
Kaya Wynn got fouled by Jariah Warren.
Jariah Warren trying to post up. She's been a spark for Florida off the bench. Jariah Warren, the freshman, coming in valuable minutes. Got some big steals, I believe it was in the first half, but has just been active on the rebounding front defensively. She's long, she's athletic, She's got a bright future for Florida, getting valuable minutes here against Tennessee her freshman season.
Caroline Strickland can't connect, and this is a Tennessee team that's undergone injury this year. We mentioned Burrell, but Marta Suarez, the starter, out for the season. Kian Green tore ACL, big rebounder off the bench. She's out for the year. So they've had to shuffle their lineup this season.
I mean, like you talked about it, Tennessee's, quote, big three, not even in the game right now. All sitting on the bench.
Burrell, Horston, and Key, who's in foul trouble tonight, all on that Lady Volunteer bench, and this will be just the 5th win for Florida over Tennessee all time.
And I mean, you really cannot speak enough about what Kelly Rae Finley is doing with this team right now.
Highest ranked
changing program.
win, Brittany, in the SEC. You have to go back to 2014. The Gators beat 6th ranked Kentucky.
And against a team in Tennessee that holds their opponents to 31% nationally ranked defense percentage holding, 56% tonight.
And that's off a season worst 31% performance against South Carolina.
Everybody contributing for Florida tonight, everybody stepping up and making a difference, and when it was their turn, they made it count. They hit shots, they got rebounds, and they played defense as a team. I mean, you can't speak enough about Florida's defense here this evening, was a big reason why they're up 84-59 against Tennessee right now.
Dream season continues for the Gators. What has been a tough night for Tennessee. Gators on a 9-0 run. Kelly Harper's emptied out her bench.
And Kyle, Florida's going to walk away with a huge win tonight, a statement program win against a very talented Tennessee team, and rightly deserved a standing ovation from this crowd.
They're going to get Kiki Smith, I believe, a standing O.
Yeah, coach wanted a substitution, timeout. And I mean, rightly deserved, from the players to the staff. Everyone played well tonight for Florida. Tennessee struggling offensively. Didn't really know what to do with Florida's defense from the start.
Fans on their feet. Kiki Smith, 25 points, and 9 of 15 shooting, 3 of 5 from deep in 37 minutes.
And she probably doesn't get as much praise from around the nation, maybe even the SEC, as she should, and she's displaying tonight just the elite player and point guard that she is.
Warren.
Oh, I was going to say, that's a rebound on the backside. Weiss didn't hit from behind.
Tennessee foul number 11, Caroline Strickland. That's her second team.
The buzz, the energy, the atmosphere, it's coming back here to Florida women's basketball. They're going to double up their SEC win total from a year ago. Broughton, investigative drive with 2. Manu.
What a
Broughton
finish.
the rebound,
Florida
can
gets
dribble
it
it
back. So Florida's going to have it in their hands to get one of the biggest wins of the season.
Buzzer sounds. Florida topples number 7 Tennessee. Highest ranked win since 2015-2016. Florida dominant over number 7 Tennessee here tonight. A final score of 84-59.
You see the first win against Tennessee since 2006. This Florida crowd is happy. This Florida team is happy. And that's what it was. It was a team win from top to bottom, from the coaching staff down to the players. The players came to perform. They played to the scouting report. They stayed together, and they beat a very good Tennessee team.